Hey friends, welcome to our midweek moment. Pastor Nicole here. So glad you clicked on. Well, it is the day after the election. And as I was watching election results come in last night, I was struck by how close many of the races were in states across our country. I was reminded of how divided our country is, right? We have long felt that, I think, as a culture. Many of us have felt how divided our country feels right now. Those numbers were just like proof in our face, proof that we are a country that has very divergent political beliefs right now. And I don't think that's a good thing for us. Not that we can't have differing political views, because I do believe that. But what I sense in our culture is a deepening of the divide in a way that we won't listen to one another. We don't want to be around people that believe differently than we do. We don't want to be in community with people who believe differently than we do. And that, friends, is very scary to me, because I truly believe that we are better together. We don't all have to believe the same things to work for a better country and a better world. But I was also reminded that that's difficult to do in a secular arena. But you know where we can do it is in the church. And so I'm clinging to the hope that we have in the church to be who God has called us to be, to do the hard work of bridging that divide and to bring God's hope to the world. We sing this song in second service sometimes. It's called Build Your Kingdom Here. And one of the lyrics in it is, "We are the church, we are the hope on earth." And every time I sing that lyric, I get a little teary-eyed, because I find that to be such a deep and powerful truth, that the church is the hope of the earth. God has called us to be the hope of the earth. God has called us to share his hope, to share his love, to share his grace with the world. That's our job. And I think back through time of all the different ways that the church has stepped kind of in the gap and has fed the hungry and visited the sick and brought hope and peace to those who did not have those things. It's a powerful, powerful job to be the church. And today, in this political divided climate, what better time to be the church? Because God has called us to do incredible things. I came across this poem about hope, and I wanted to share it with you. It is not what you think of as a typical poem about hope. And it does have a little bit of colorful language that I'm going to swap out for some more family-friendly content. But when I read it, I thought, wow, this is the kind of hope that the church is. Okay, so the poem is called "Hope is Not a Bird, Emily, It's a Sewer Rat." And it's by Caitlin Sita. Hope is not the thing with feathers that comes home to roost when you need it most. Hope is an ugly thing with teeth and claws and patchy fur that's seen some stuff. It's what thrives in the discards and survives in the ugliest parts of our world, able to find a way to go on when nothing else can even find a way in. It's the gritty, nasty little carrier of such diseases as optimism, persistence, perseverance, and joy. Transmissible as it drags its tail across your path and bites you in the you-know-where. Hope is not some delicate bird, Emily. It's a lowly little sewer rat. That's the kind of hope that the church embodies. One that is persistent and optimistic and will not let go, that survives even the most deplorable of conditions, that pops up and thrives in situations that you think, how could anything survive here? It's hope. And so I just wanted to share that with you today, that as we find ourselves, maybe scrolling social media and you have one post saying this and another post saying this, and they just seem like so far apart, how could we ever come together? It is the church that gives me hope in this world. It is the church that is going to be called to step into that divided gap, to link arms on both sides and to say, hey, we got to come together if we're going to move forward. We've got to come together if we're going to accomplish anything. So that's where I'm placing my hope today. Not in any political party on either side of the aisle, but in Jesus Christ alone and in the church that he has called to do his work in the world. And that hope that the church is called to, it's not some delicate bird. It's a sewer rat, and it's not giving up. So I hope you will take that with you for the remainder of this week and maybe even on into the future. I hope you can be reminded that God's not through with us yet. He's given us the church, and the church is called to do some good in this world, and we will, because we always have, and we're going to continue to do it. So I hope you have a great rest of your week. We will see you this weekend as we continue on in our sermon series, Legacy for the Generations to Come. We're going to learn a little bit more about some generational divides and the gifts that those 6 different generations bring to the church. So join us in person or online, and we will see you soon. Bye.